Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So the fight that is 6 years too late has now been announced. Kell Brook versus Amir Khan will go down on the 19th of February at the Manchester Arena. Takes place on Sky Sports box office in the UK. Now, where do we even start with this one? First and foremost, obviously, this fight is years too late. Ideally, this fight should have happened in 2015. Kell Brook won his IBF title August 2014. I want to say Amir Khan beat Devon Alexander at the end of 2014 in a really good performance. This fight should have happened in 2015 when Kell Brook was the IBF champion and when Amir Khan was on a decent run at welterweight. Honestly, if this fight happened when it should have, it would have been the biggest fight in British boxing at that time, and even from a competitive standpoint, it would have had much more merit and much more legitimacy. Both guys at the time were top 10 welterweights, one was a champion, and it would have been a great fight for the division in general. Fast forward to 2021, the appeal in this fight now is basically just car crash TV. Both guys now are shot to bits, neither guy is relevant at world level, and really when you think about it, it's a bit of a slap in the face to British boxing fans. When it mattered, and when there was really something on the line, these two guys couldn't get together to make it happen. But now there's no other options, and now they need a retirement check. They can get together and make this fight, and no less put it on pay-per-view. So for me, for this fight to happen now, it's a bit of a slap in the face. Back in the day, I would have paid for this fight, no doubt about it. But now, there's no way I'm paying for this fight. I'll watch it through other means. God bless the internet. But it is happening, and what do I think about it in general? I mean, apparently this fight is happening at £149 at a catch weight, £2 above the welterweight limit. Ultimately, I think this weight favours Amir Khan, quite frankly. The lower the weight, it favours Amir Khan. Kell Brook, as we know, he last fought Terence Crawford at 147, and at 147, Kell Brook looked like a skeleton on the scales. He looked drained, he looked frail, and we saw that in the ring. He had no punch resistance whatsoever, and he looked shot to bits. Absolutely shot to bits at 147. And honestly, even at 149, I would expect Kell Brook to be relatively drained going into this fight. I think the best case scenario for Kell Brook would for this fight to have taken place at £154, but it's 149, and I do believe that favours Amir Khan. So yeah, I do believe the weight limit in this fight favours Amir Khan, but you know, at the end of the day, as it stands right now, both guys are considerably past their best. They're basically shot fighters at this stage, and basically it's who is less shot, you know, who has more in the tank, who can take a punch better, who's got the better punch output, whose reactions are better. It's basically down to who is less shot now, in my opinion. If this fight happened when it should have happened, and both guys were in and around their best, I would have favoured Kell Brook at that time. I think it would have been a similar fight to the Danny Garcia fight, in the sense where maybe Amir Khan is outpointing Kell Brook, but eventually Amir Khan gets caught and gets knocked out. That's how I saw the fight when it should have happened, but now, like I said, it basically comes down to who is less shot. And hopefully, you know, the least these guys can do is just go in there and have a tear up, have a trade up, see what happens. Hopefully it's a good fight. Hopefully it's fireworks. Hopefully it gets the fans excited. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right now, I can't really pick a winner. In regards to the weight, I do worry for Kell Brook. But at the same time, Kell Brook does have more punching power. He is more of an accurate puncher. And if he can time Amir Khan, even drained, there's no doubt Kell Brook can hurt Amir Khan. So I can see this fight going either way at this stage. But I don't think it's going to go the distance. I do believe somebody is going to get stopped in this fight. We'll see though. Hopefully it's a good fight, you know. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to this fight, I just see it as a bit of a slap in the face. It would have been a great fight if it happened back in the day. Would have done huge numbers. Would have been great for British boxing. But these days, it's not the same fight. I'm still sure it does decent numbers. You know, it's not going to flop. But obviously, it's not the fight it once was. And it's not going to do the numbers it once would have done. But that's boxing for you. That's boxing. Anyway, share your thoughts below. How do you see this fight right now? Bear in mind, it's 149. Are you favouring Amir Khan or are you favouring Kell Brook? And are you interested? Do you actually like this fight? Do you have morbid curiosity surrounding this fight? I do have to admit, there is some morbid curiosity surrounding this fight, but not enough to make me pay for it kind of thing. But yeah, share your thoughts below. Been your guy Del Boy. Peace.